What do you think of synthetic reeds? That's something that I get asked a lot. I guess a lot of saxophone players are frustrated with the inconsistencies of their cane reeds and they're looking for an alternative. In this video, I'm going to play cane reeds as well as some Legere signature synthetic reeds, and you guys are going to listen and vote on which ones sound the best. My name is Metcalf, and on this channel I make videos to help you become a better sax player. So if you're not already subscribed, now's a good time to take care of that. Did I mention this is going to be a blind test? You're not going to know which reed I'm playing. I'm going to play the same thing twice on two different reeds, and I want you to vote for the one that sounds the best. Don't try to figure out which one is cane and which one is synthetic. Just vote for the one you think sounds the best. You'll see the results of each poll immediately after voting. Go ahead and listen with your headphones or your speakers in order to get the best results. Remember your choice in each poll, as I'm going to tell you which reed was which later on, and I'll save my thoughts and views on Legere signature reeds for the end of the video. Ready? Let's get started with some examples on alto. I'm playing a Selmer scroll shank mouthpiece and a Yanagisawa alto saxophone. Now we're going to do the same thing on tenor. I'm playing a Fieldtone Intrepid 7-star mouthpiece and another Yanagisawa tenor saxophone. So what did you think? There are two important things to consider here: sound and comfort. Honestly, for me, listening back, it's not easy to tell the difference between the Legere signature reeds and the cane reeds. I don't know what the results of the polls are going to be, but I imagine it's going to be pretty mixed. Some people are going to like the sound of the cane, and some people are going to prefer the sound of the synthetic. For me, the Legere signature reeds sound good. They sound natural. They don't sound like a synthetic reed, or at least what you think a synthetic reed should sound like. I also find them comfortable. Everything I can do on a cane reed, I can also do no problem on the Legere signature reed. Now, it's very important that you find the right strength before determining if these Legere signature reeds are a good fit for you. I found that the 2 3/4 strength works best for me. It gives me a nice balance between resistance and playability. However, the Legere reed strength chart is off for me. So here's my advice for finding the best strength for you. I would look at their chart and then go for a strength that's 1/4 to 1/2 strength lower than the one they suggest on both alto and tenor. Now, something really cool about the Legere reeds is that they offer to replace your reed with a different strength within 30 days of purchase to help you find the one that fits you best. You need to fill out a form that you could find on their website and send in a photo of your receipt. Once they approve your request, they'll get back to you with instructions on where to send your reed, and then they'll send you a replacement. Now, if I was trying to get the best reed for myself, I would order 3 of them, 1/4 strength apart, in the range where I think is the best for me. And then I try them all 3 and figure out which one was best and send the other 2 back to be replaced with my ideal strength. This way I've got a reed to play on while the other 2 are being replaced, and then I've got reeds to go for a long time. According to Legere's policy, you can replace up to 5 reeds in a year this way, but you'll probably only need to do this once at the beginning. I personally have exchanged reeds in the past with Legere. It's pretty fast. I think you just have to pay a couple bucks in postage. Now, of course, if you don't want to lay out the expense for 3 of these reeds, which are pretty expensive, you could just order 1 and hope for the best. I get the feeling, though, that a lot of people try these Legere signature reeds and they don't get the right size at first, and so they just decide, this reed doesn't work for me, these synthetic reeds are not for me, and they move on. In order to give these a fair shot, you really need to find the ideal strength for your setup and what works for you. Also, keep in mind that you get a different response on different kinds of mouthpieces with these. I get a very different response on my metal mouthpieces, for example. So who are these reeds for? Once you've found your ideal strength, you've got a reed that doesn't warp, doesn't need to be kept wet, lasts for months, and doesn't change very much at all from day to day. There are a lot of advantages, particularly for doublers, but also for more casual players who play their instruments less frequently. There are a lot of professionals who are using these Legere signature reeds as well, and I can certainly see why. Consistency is extremely important, especially for touring musicians. If you're traveling all day, you don't always have time to set up your reeds or even warm up before you've got to perform. A lot of times you just got to pull out your instrument and go play. It's certainly nice to know you can just pull out your mouthpiece, put the reed on there, and it's gonna play this exactly the same way as it did the night before. Now, you may be wondering if I'm going to switch to Legere signature reeds, and the answer is no. I've been working with these Legere signature reeds quite a bit over the last few weeks, and although I do like them very much, I don't like them more than a good cane reed. So they're definitely something I would keep in my case as a backup or to use with my other instruments that I don't play very much, clarinet, baritone, saxophone, for example. But I just prefer cane reeds. I feel like the Legere reeds are lacking in a certain warmth and graininess that I get with a good cane reed. It's subtle, but it's important to me. Since I've been using the Reed Geek, I've always had a reed case full of reeds that play well, so consistency is not really an issue for me. I also prefer the feel of cane reeds in my mouth. There's something about the feel of the Legere reed that's a little foreign and unnatural and ever so slightly uncomfortable for me. Now, I know a lot of you that play the Legere reeds already have a staunch loyalty to these reeds. So before you start into me, hear me out. I like these reeds a lot, just not as much as I like cane reeds. I think they're a great fit for a lot of people, just as cane reeds are a great fit for some other people. I do think that every saxophone player and clarinet player should give these reeds a fair try because they might be exactly the thing you want to be playing on. So if you want to give them a try, I've put some links in the description below to where you can purchase them. Also to the Legere website where you can find their strength chart. I've also put the answers to which reed was which that I was playing in the blind tests. Go ahead and share your thoughts on synthetic reeds versus cane reeds in the comment section below. If you like this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. If you're not already subscribed, get yourself subscribed. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.